I bet. I mean, I got him in a headlock, and the pencil was there. I didn't even realize that I was just a stupid kid.
Yeah, sure.
Jabbed into his neck,
and
then he was
like,
like, ah, and I was like, oh.
The same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it was like the first time I got in trouble with the law. It was me, Aaron, and 3 other people in the car.
Oh.
And
Aaron's a bad influence, man.
It wasn't me, bro. Yeah. Whoa.
Aaron's a thug, man. Why you hanging with this thug?
Hey yo.
It forces me to. But
we're gonna do this podcast and then I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Got pulled for having I didn't turn my taillights on, so I got pulled. I had weed in the car. We were all just goofing off, being teenagers, and Aaron was about to leave. He's getting picked up, and I reached in my like the side compartment of the door. I had like 3 grams in there, and the cop said, "No, I had that," and I was like, "Yo, Aaron,
you didn't do it that way.
Since you're leaving, take this." Did I go over?
Yes, bro, because they were walking up, and I was like trying to get it like below him, and this like,
oh Lord.
Bro.
No.
I was like, no, bro.
They seen all that shit. Who was that in the back?
Yeah.
You don't mind stepping out the car, sir, would you? Wouldn't mind stepping out the car, would you?
Yeah. Nah, but they had already taken me out of the car, so I knew I was good, and like my guardians at the time were there to pick me up, and that's what they were coming to get me for. So that's why I was like, because he was like, yo, I still have this weed, and I think they're gonna find it, and I was like, give it to me, because I'm out. You know what I mean? They already searched me. I'm good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we about didn't make it out good, though. I still didn't make it out good because I lied, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They were asking me, like, well, for one, he kept wanting me to call him sir and shit. I mean, I should, I should have complied a little more, but I was just like, nah. Nah.
Being a thug, man.
Pretty much. Yeah, because he was like, you been drinking tonight? And I was like, nah. He was like, it's no sir. And I was like, I haven't been drinking. And he was like, so if I breathalyze you, nothing's gonna pop up. And I was like, nope. He was like, all right. So he breathalyzed me first, and I you know what I'm saying? I had it on me, so yeah. And then pretty much everybody else that was honest didn't get breathalyzed, and I was like, I mean, I ain't gonna say, I'm just like taking my shit. I'm like, whatever, you know what I mean?
Works.
So I was like, damn, I should have just told him.
I got a perfect one for you.
Okay.
I used to get in trouble with the law a lot. Just recently, I stopped getting in trouble.
Okay.
And things have been changing for me. We could talk about that because
that'll
go back into the story that I was going to get to.
Well, hey, welcome to the Other People Podcast, y'all. Another episode. We have another special guest. We have another performer that performed with me at DGT. Thanks to Yums. Thanks to everybody that came through. It's the fucking one, the only Netty Parker, y'all.
Internet. What's good, y'all? It's Netty Parker. What's good?
But, yeah, I mean, we can jump straight into whatever you want to jump into, bro. When did you start getting out of trouble, bro?
Getting into trouble, it all came down to being not being self-aware. Okay, I had to learn some shit, man. Like, when I was getting in trouble, one thing I recognized is that I would always get in trouble with the law when I didn't have money.
Oh, that's
true. Like when I was struggling, or when I had a fucked up car, a beat up car, I would get pulled over more. And something just like kind of came over my head and was like, why do you think more black people get locked up? And it's usually not just regular black people, but black people in poverty.
Yeah.
And you have to ask yourself, why is it that when I do better in life, the law is great with me, but when I'm doing not so good, the law isn't?
Yeah.
And I had to figure that out. There's a certain it's an energy that comes with poverty.
Oh, no doubt, bro.
You feel me? Like you can tell, you know what I'm saying, with certain people, like they have a certain energy they pull off, and police go for those people because they can't fight the case.
Okay.
So I learned that, you know what I'm saying? Like a rich kid's not gonna get locked up.
They keep them in the system.
Yeah, because then you actually make money off of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel like even for a little bit of my life, I feel like I got treated like that because I was broke. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Eating expired food, eating food, you know what I mean? That type of shit. And I know for a long time, if I was in like a beat down ass car with a certain group of people or a certain group of looking people, you know what I mean? Just doing whatever, we were more likely to get caught. And I also noticed like, if you, the more you think about the police being around, or you even start thinking about the police, bro, they're gonna show up.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I learned too, because like I remember one day we was out doing something, and my homeboy, it was like some big shit, you know what I mean? That it was the first time I was really on some like, oh, I could get in some real trouble doing this shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I started to feel it, and he just kind of was like, hey, bro, like, I ain't even trying to like press you or nothing, but the more you think about it, the more something likely is gonna happen. So I just right there, I was like, yeah, I need to, you know what I mean, settle the mindset. Just everything's cool, but
act natural.
Yeah, and maybe poor people, like, definitely appearance-wise attracts that shit, but maybe even their mindset just
But think about your appearance. Like, your appearance comes from your mindset.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So before you put on your clothes, you had a vibe before you put them on, and what chose you to choose these clothes. And a lot of times it comes even deeper than that. Like, for you to buy clothes, you have to have money.
Yeah.
So it's deep. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So people that even dress a certain way, you attract a certain thing because life is that way. Like, I used to hear this saying, it's like, the truth is stranger than the fiction.
Yeah.
What I've learned about the truth is that nothing happens coincidental.
That's very true.
That everything is literally a reflection of your thoughts.
Yeah.
And I had to understand that, like, with myself. Like, when I did that show at DGT and we turned it down, my whole mindset was, I don't care what happens. I'm going to have fun with these people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if they like my voice. I don't care if they like what I'm wearing. I didn't even have on an entire outfit at the end of the show. I was half dressed.
Oh, bro.
So for me, it's like...
Yeah. You put it out there, bro.
I attracted that energy to me because it's like, it's more so like where my mind was. Like, I can only visualize. And it's weird because since I was a little kid, like, people would tell you, I'm from Lincoln, North Carolina. And in Lincoln, I went to the high school there. And my first 9th and 10th grade year, I didn't talk to nobody. All I did was have my headphones in and I'd be walking around. And I would always attract people. And people always wanted to know who I was, what I do. Like, who is that dude? And, like, I would just be in my own world, my own head. And what I've learned is, like, I created this entire environment from just my mindset because as I'm walking through the school, I'm like visualizing all these people here are my fans. And they're going to eventually be screaming my music eventually. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. But eventually it happened. And it was when I did a talent show and everybody was going crazy. When I seen that, it was like 300 people just screaming at me for what I just did. And then I can see, I'm like, okay, well, I had this vision in my mind. Okay, now it's here. And then, like, little bits of pieces, I start getting to that point where, like, what I have in my head actually comes into reality.
Oh, no doubt, bro.
And I just feel like...
that's a scary thing, too, because that can be a negative thing, too. You know what I mean? Sometimes your motherfucking fears can come out. Like I said with the police thing, you start thinking about the wrong things, it'll start coming to fruition. And, like, even... not even trying to throw my wife under the bus. You know, I love her to death. But, like, with red lights, she hates red lights, bro. She hates sitting at a red light. When you're in the car with her, she is the person that you will get caught at a red light with every time. And I really think it's like the law of attraction. Like, as soon as she gets in the car, it's like she's like wired to think like, I fucking hate red lights. Like, I don't even want to run into one. And then it's like, as soon as you leave the house, you running into red lights.
Well, you know why though, right? It's because there's a certain way that you drive. When you drive, let's say 45 miles per hour in a 45, you're going to hit every red light.
Oh, shit, really?
If you drive 50 miles in a 45, you have more of a chance of hitting the yellow light, which I never really get red lights. Most of the time I'm hitting the yellow because you have to drive a little bit faster to reach it.
Well, I mean, I feel like most of the time she's driving fast, but I mean, once again, I have no idea, bro. You know what I mean? But... yeah, I'd be thinking about shit like that all the time. Or like when you was talking at DGT about the traverse law or whatever.
Reverse law.
Reverse law. I didn't know the name of it, but I've studied that shit for a long time, bro. Just like, even back when I was working at Walmart, dude, just thinking like, it was a hard process too of just like, damn, I have to like let go of certain feelings and certain attachments of things in order to even obtain what I want with that thing. Like,
can I give you an example?
Yes.
Like the showcase, I didn't have a photographer to do my promo for my poster. And I was going to get negged out. I was like, man, I never have everything. Like, I just don't. Like, this is how my life works. Like, I never have everything in place. But for some reason, things always turn out good. And I've noticed that me like forcing that, like giving into my fear that, oh, what if people don't show up, or what if people don't know who I am because I'm not on my flyer? Well, I never got a chance to get on my flyer because I didn't have a photographer. But then a second thought came to, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe you don't need to be on a flyer. Because it's a reverse law. If you care so much about people showing up, they won't.
Exactly.
And I didn't care so much that I didn't even put my face on a flyer because I didn't have the time because when I got on the bill, it was a little later. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, I didn't even have my ducks in a row. So it's like the reverse effect. Like, I didn't have everything planned out. The only thing I had planned out was my music. And I utilized that to be the reason why I'm there. Like, if it was no music, I would have no reason to be there. You get what I'm saying? So that's the reverse effect played out in life. Better yet, like women, bro. Like, I didn't lose my virginity till I was 19 years old, bro. Now, I've been with a lot of women since then, but when I was 19, I really wanted pussy. I really wanted women. Like, I focused on it. That's all I thought about. It was the only thing on my head. Like, that's all I cared about. But as soon as I stopped giving a fuck about even being with women, like, I didn't care. I started treating girls a certain way, and they started giving me pussy. It's the reverse effect. It's like, and you can't even get in a relationship. You can't even be in a healthy relationship unless you can have sex with her. So it's the reverse effect. Like, you kind of have to give up on even caring if it even happens.
I mean, even with my wife, bro, I noticed if I try too hard, it like will turn her away. Like, for real. Like,
women are like the symbolization of the world. That's why they call this Mother Earth. They don't call it Father Earth for a reason.
Damn.
You feel me? Women in the world are the same. They literally are the world. That's why they have a hole. So like, you have to understand that they're feeling everything. So they are more like the universe than we are. So men, we're different. Like, we're not like that. You get what I'm saying? But in a lot of ways, we could be like that. Because even with women, have you ever dealt with a girl that was just getting on your fucking nerves? Why? Because she's on your ass. She's trying hard. You get what I'm saying? But it's the girls that's nonchalant, that lets you be yourself, that you tend to fall in love with.
That's why I love you, Darren. Bro, he got the Netty Parker shirt on, dripped out the fucking... Look.
Yes, sir.
What kind of shit you gonna attract with that, bro?
Wealth.
See beyond imagination.
Nah, fuck that wealth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you care about the pussy, you don't get the money. If you don't get the money, you don't get the pussy.
You heard what he's saying, bro.
Care about the money, not the pussy, and you get the pussy in the money.
Stop caring about yourself at all.
Matter of fact, fuck the money. Care about you. Care about the human being that carries the money. Because that's what's gonna attract everything. Because you're the vehicle. If you don't put no oil in your car, it doesn't matter if you can get out and make sure that the tires ain't flat. It ain't no damn oil in your car. It ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna lie, that's what internet's about.
Okay.
Like, when a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about, but Internet Records, I started a company, me and my boy J-Dub, and we started this company so that I can put a brand behind the music, not just me as a person. Like, I wanted to start a business. For me, I wanted to learn this industry. And I felt like when I started something, I wanted to have it stand for something that was deeper than what everybody else is doing. It had to be what I was doing. And what I noticed about my life is things get better for me personally when I focus on me.
Oh, that's a fact.
Like, it doesn't matter what happens around me. Like, I'm one of those weird people, like, everything could be falling apart, like, the world can be ending, and as long as I'm still breathing, like, I can look forward to something, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has nothing to do with, like, what everybody else is doing, because, like, even other people don't give a fuck about what they're going through unless you care about what you're going through.
So, basically what he's saying, bro, is man the fuck up. Okay, you need to man the fuck up. He gave you that shirt, and now you owe him your life, bro. You owe him your life, bro.
I didn't say that.
You need your shoes clean, bro. Come on. You
owe it to yourself. That's what I would say, and that's what I'm about. Internet. Being internet means to be into Netty Parker, not me per se, but that's my moniker for, like, being into yourself. So, like, if you are a Netty Parker fan, you really a fan of yourself. And that's crazy that I'm saying that, because most of the people that fuck with me are people that have their own shit going on. They have podcasts, they have music out, they have clothing brands, they have tattoo shops.
That's true.
All these people that I fuck with actually fuck with themselves.
Yeah.
So, like, if you think about it, like, my brand isn't about me. It's deeper than me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like Netty Parker was actually my father's name.
Okay.
And the reason why I took that name is because he didn't do nothing with his name. And I wanted to show myself and prove to him that it didn't have nothing to do with your life. It was based on your decisions and how you treated yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Because my father went through a lot. Like, my father was a single parent. Like, we didn't get raised by our mother like most people. I was raised by my dad. We struggled, but he was there for us. And his thing was he always neglected himself for other people, and not even just his children, but his woman. He would neglect himself for his woman. The reverse effect thing. Yeah. Like, you care so much about making sure she's good that you're not good, therefore nothing good comes to you.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just what life is about, man. It's about putting into yourself, because if you want things around you to grow, well, you better put something in the ground.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that, even with us fucking with each other, bro, like, and even DGT kind of showed me that group is kind of growing. And I was even thinking about it, like, right now, we're in a dope ass time where, like, I could reach out to any of those artists and work with them if I wanted, if they wanted to, of course. But I feel like, everybody was on the same page, it felt like, you know what I mean?
But be real with yourself.
Oh, yeah,
Have you ever noticed that when you want to work with an artist, it doesn't happen?
Yeah, very true, yeah.
But when you just focus on yourself, and I'm like, this is
literal.
It's literal. Like, it's literal. Like, you focus on yourself, meaning like, okay, you got a project, cool. That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm working on my project. It actually brings those people and stop them in their process to go and help your project, because you don't care about what they're doing. You care about what you're doing.
Nah, that's very true, yeah. Yeah. It's, one of my favorite quotes is the fucking, and the people who, God, how's it go, bro? Hold up. And the people who were laughing thought that, God, bro, I don't want to even butcher it like that, but it's my favorite quote ever, bro. But it's something along the lines of basically like the people in the distance that were pointing and laughing at the people dancing just couldn't hear the music. You know what I mean? They thought those people were crazy. Fuck them. What are they doing over there? It's probably some witchcraft type shit. Nah, they just couldn't hear the music because they out in the distance doing what the fuck. You know what I mean? So,
what do they say? It's a saying that goes: first they laugh at you. No. First they ignore you.
Yeah.
Then they laugh at you.
Yeah.
Then they fight you.
Yeah.
Then you win. So, like, it's the same thing. Like, when you have your own thing going on, everybody's going to be looking at it like it's going to fail. Everybody's going to laugh at you at first. Like, people laughed at me when I used to... This is a funny story. I wanted to get my name out in Lincoln. And I was so big on trying to be big in Lincoln. And I wanted people to respect me in my hometown first. Because all the rappers I looked up to, like a Nipsey, Drake, everybody, Kendrick, they had love in their own city.
Yeah.
But what I failed to realize is... you don't get love from your city first.
No.
You have to go outside your city to represent your city. It's just like sports, bro. Like, you think about like the best basketball players in your high school or the best football players in your high school. They don't go to school down the street. They go to a whole nother state where they take the fuck over, and then their name gets buzzing. And then they say, where did that person? Oh, he's from here.
Yeah.
So you got to think like you only support people when they're representing you, and you can only represent things outside.
Exactly.
So like for me, like I can't just be the type of person to care, but my story really was like I was trying to do that, and I would sit there on the side of the road, literally, like I got viral off of this, and I wrote "Who is Netty?" and I put honk twice on the other side.
Oh yeah.
And I would just be on the side of the road with a speaker, just dancing with it. Now people laughed at me. You had a whole bunch of people like pulling out their phones on me, just making fun of me. But what they didn't realize is they were the joke.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because now you know my name.
Well, being assholes and shit.
Well, people have
to
to do that to feel important. Because like one thing you have to understand is like we're all important.
Yeah.
Like we really are.
Yeah.
Like you are important. Like you are important. Like we all are important. But what people fail to realize is that when we put too much time and effort into other people's energy, then you start to look at your energy like it's less important.
That's very true. Yeah. Yeah, that's why even today my fan base is mainly like a majority in Sacramento, and then it's like Hickory, Morganton. I ain't even from Hickory, you know what I mean? So then it's like Charlotte, Atlanta, and like Chicago and shit. So, and to be honest, my fan base in Morganton, where I'm from, I know it's like one or to 3 or 4 specific people I know that listen to my shit every day, like. All the time, even if it's a year drop, like they don't care, you know what I mean? So and That's why, yeah. It's crazy to see it, and I had to come to that realization years ago. It's like, bro, why am I even trying to impress these fucking people? It's never gonna work because it's almost like it's their position to hate. You know what I mean? Because I'm in a position to, you know what I mean?
It's not even hate. It's just they're familiar with you.
No, yeah.
Familiarity breeds contempt. So they're not motivated to see you. Like what I've learned, even with women, like when I started getting women, is when I started going outside of my school and dating girls in other schools, like North Lincoln, East Lincoln, Hickory. Yeah. Because what happens is like the girls in your school don't see you attractive because they see you every day. Yeah. But when they don't know who you are, that's a mystique to you that makes them want to know who you are. Oh yeah. So it's kind of like the verse effect. Like it goes right back to it. So like for me, like to get my music heard in North Carolina, I had to be around the surrounding areas of North Carolina. I had to take over Atlanta. I got to take over Georgia. I got to take over South Carolina. I got to take over Alabama. I got to take over New York. I got to take over California. I got to take over Florida. These are places where people don't know who I am. Therefore, they want to know. Yeah. So they're more receptive to your music and they're more receptive to what you got to offer because you're new. You might actually have something that's worth listening to or worth even investing in. Yeah. So that's why I feel like reverse effect, it works better when you go outside of that because people feel like, damn, you more important because this guy, he's just promoting it here, but you're going there. Like, I'm not from Hickory. Yeah. Like, people don't know me in Hickory. I never went to school out here. Yeah. But I was able to do this because I'm not from here. Yeah. But if I go back to my hometown, which I think I can do it because my hometown fought with me, but a lot of my streams don't even come from that part of the country. So, like, it is the same thing, man. And I just feel like your message will be heard by the right people, and sometimes it's not the location where you at. Exactly. But don't let that stop you. You know?
Exactly. And I mean, even North Carolina is just a hard place to fucking do anything with anybody, just because they're. I mean, to be honest, like,
who do we have?
Yeah. I mean, really.
No, even if somebody's like, well, we got J. Cole, we got the baby. I know the baby. Yeah. The baby didn't get big in Charlotte. Yeah. I lived in Charlotte when the baby was out there. I remember this dude passing out CDs personally. I know him. Yeah. Like, I met the baby. Exactly. But he got big in Atlanta. Yeah. He got big in Georgia. He got big in South Carolina. He got big in these other surrounding areas where people from Charlotte's like, you know he from Charlotte, right? Yeah. Why y'all care now? Yeah. Because it's the reverse effect. People only care when you don't care, and when you care, they don't care.
Oh, bro, that's why even if I drop a song, like I said, if I see a demographic is shooting a certain way, I'll just put my location under like Sacramento or something. Just if my fans are out there, bro, then my videos are gonna get pumped out there. So that's how I'm trying to do that shit. But yeah, so
don't touch me. Leave me alone.
Hey, I wasn't gonna touch you, bro. You need to calm down. But
man, he like, man, you been getting on me this whole show.
Yeah. All right. I had a group question. Let's say you're a rapper too, okay? We're gonna say you make music as well, okay? Hits. Boy, I'm talking about this dude in the studio. Both of us would need to leave because he would make us. It wouldn't be a good look for us. But anyway, yeah, back to what I was saying. You in the studio, he in the studio, me in the studio. If we all had a dream feature, just one person, who would it be?
For me personally, I want to do a feature with Netty Parker in 2028.
There you go. Fuck yeah. Netty Parker featuring Netty Parker.
Yeah, because I'm already doing that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, not because, like, for me, like, I don't care about features. Like, even my favorite songs from artists are usually their own songs. Mm-hmm. And I've noticed, like, me making all the music and stuff like that, I'm really excited to see what it's going to sound like. Okay. So I really, like, and I guess that's because, like, I've been doing it so long that I haven't really focused on the craft of what other people are doing. Because, like, I feel like I'm not a part of the culture. Like, I'm an outsider. I'm just a fan. Yeah. And I've been making and crafting the things I want to hear. Mm. So I feel like if the things that I want to hear is coming out now, just only imagine what's about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what artist inspires you nowadays?
It's weird because I've listened to music and been into this hip-hop thing since, like, the early 2000s. So, like, it's been eras, bro. Like, I can go back to, like, Jay-Z. I can go back to DMX. I can go back to 50 Cent. I can go back to Lil Wayne. I can go back to certain people like Dom Kennedy, YG, Nipsey, Fly Union, a lot of people that you probably don't even listen to or even know. Like, I've been inspired by the culture as a whole, not just individual
That's how
people,
I am, bro. I look for it in everything, and like even now I be listening to songs that have like 1.7K views, and that's a specific song I already have in my head, like off top, like, and that dude lives in California, and I just saw him on TikTok type shit, and I'm like, bro, I'm gonna listen to this shit every day because this shit's hard.
Crazy thing you say that. It's a dude that followed me on TikTok, and a lot of people follow me on TikTok, but he was wanting to do music, and I seen that he had posted a video, and I just looked at the video. He had only one video on his TikTok, and it was a music video, and it was his music, and I was just like, what the fuck? This dude wants to work with me? And then I went on YouTube. He got to be huge. No, he only got 1,000 views in 4 months. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, this is how it always happened. Like, like, do you guys know who Too Rare is?
Yeah.
I actually had I was planning to do a feature with him about 4 years ago.
Damn, hell yeah.
Like, everybody I get influenced or people that inspire me end up being big. Yeah. So, like, for me, like, there isn't one person. Like, if anything, bro, like, there's a group of people and there's different eras that I was inspired by. Like, I was inspired by the 90s. I'm not going to lie, because I was born in 94. So, like, I was inspired by a lot of people like Wu-Tang early on. Like, I subconsciously remember this stuff. Like, when I hear it, when I was watching the American Saga Wu-Tang, it was records on there that I was like, oh, my dad used to play that. And I knew all the words to it. Yeah. Because, like, I'm not this guy doing it for money. Not saying I'm not going to be wealthy.
That's the thing, but, bro. You have to do it for the art.
Absolutely.
If you're looking at money, you're not going to achieve shit.
I'm invested right now, and this is the process I'm at right now. Yeah. Like, you guys know, like, when I did the show, like, a lot of people that fucked with me that was coming up, like, they didn't have the bread, I was just giving them a shirt, because for me personally, like, I felt like, why hold on to it, because it's not gonna do anything for me just to hold on to it thinking about making money. Maybe that's not the money. Maybe the money is getting people to even want to wear it.
Exactly.
That's the money part.
And it's a comfortable shirt, bro. So, hey, if you're listening to the podcast, go hit up Netty Parker for a shirt, bro. He's got the white and the orange print, bro.
Oh, that's a one-on-one.
Oh, that's a one. Oh, my God. Boy, come on. Yeah.
I am very comfortable.
Thank you.
But both y'all, you got charisma and determination to be great, and that's what you gotta have to.
What's your favorite color, man?
Any color.
Any color.
Any color, really.
Okay, what about?
I mean, look at my room, bro.
Well, yeah, he does. Yeah,
okay.
He's got the colorful room. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I would say is, man, like, colors got a lot to do with things. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yellow and black.
Yellow and black.
Yellow
okay.
And black.
So yellow and black, like, that's my school colors, by the way. Like, Lincolnton, we yellow and black. These black and yellow.
Yeah. We were gold and black, right? Drawn.
Same shit.
We were gold. But when black and yellow came out, they played that shit. Black and yellow. Yeah. But we're yellow. If you look at it, it's yellow. It ain't gold.
Yeah.
But the Wolves, like, I always used to wonder, why did they pick that color? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did they go with that color? It could have been any color, but they chose that color. And then you have to realize that colors got some type of significance to it. And that's what I realized about merch. Like, we all have merch. We just don't put it out there for people because we think that, oh, we're just not important enough. And we fail to realize that everybody's important. So why wouldn't you be?
Exactly.
So, like, that's why, like, for me, like, giving people these shirts with different colors and stuff like that, I like to try to match people with their vibe. Like, I'm wearing orange today. Orange is a symbol of confidence. If you ever see orange, it's usually confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, that sign you see out there where the construction company is and they have an orange sign, it's there for a reason. And that's just like allowing you to understand that the world isn't coincidental. Things are here for a reason. I sound like a preacher right now.
Nah, you good, bro.
The meaning of the color pink means royalty. Mm-hmm. I've heard.
I thought it was purple.
No, pink.
Pink is royalty.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
I thought it was purple.
Yeah, he's red, green, colorblind.
I really am red, green, colorblind, bro.
Okay.
But like black is power. Like red attracts. Like colors are pretty epic.
Yeah. I think it's even deeper than just like a simple just color. I think sometimes it's even like how like. Bro, like how that orange bounces off that white is pretty fucking like that. It caught my eye immediately, bro.
Combos are sick. Yeah.
But yeah, I need to get on some merch.
Blue
shit.
and orange, I think looks really
Blue and
good.
orange is a good color.
Yeah.
That's a good combination right there.
We was actually talking about making that our next like thumbnail color.
You should.
For next season. Blue and orange. Either that or purple and yellow. But
if I was you guys, I would stick to a color.
Yeah.
Because one thing about branding, you choose a color based on what you want your brand to be about. Like, if you ever notice, like, McDonald's is red with the yellow arches. Yeah. You'll never see black arches. You'll never see purple arches. You'll always see yellow arches. And why is that?
Well, yeah, that's because that's their shit. I mean, like...
Because it's subconscious. Yeah. Like, if you look at the M, you almost see, like, fucking fries.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The yellow fries, you know, the potato. So, like, you got to stick to a color that represents what you guys represent. Like, even, what's another one? Nike. They use a lot of black and white. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Black and white, black and white, black and white. And they do that for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because black and white symbolize balance. Yeah. So if you have that balance, people are going to want to wear that and subconsciously think of that.
Yeah, very true.
It's deep, bro. It's deep.
Nah, it is, bro. It is. And the crazy thing is, I was also thinking about this the other day. We can't even see all the colors that's out there, bro. Like,
absolutely.
I be thinking about that. Like, we see like a very small like spectrum of colors.
RGB.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
RGB. Everything revolves around three colors: red, green, and blue. Yeah. RGB. That's why you said RG. I can't see the reds and greens. Yeah. So you can't see a majority of the colors.
Yeah. And it's really
this man's disabled.
Nah, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up, bro. I make my own graphics, bro. Fuck all that, homie.
For real, you don't need. You gotta use your handicaps for your advantages.
I mean, really, I just double check with people. Like, if I'm fucking with reds or greens and my shit, I just ask somebody, "Hey, does this look fucked up?" Like, and be honest. Like, if it looks weird, you need to tell me because I cannot see certain shades of red right. Like, sometimes, like if I'm looking at a certain shade of red, it'll look orange or like. Certain shades like pink or purple will be off, or like just shit like that. Greens will kind of look gray sometimes, and like,
that's true.
So, but you work with it, bro. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna let it stop. Like, I love making graphics and shit and making my own like covers. Like every cover is made by me. I make a lot of other artists' covers, and like I just do a bunch of shit. I just try to stay away from the reds and the greens. Yeah, you know what I mean? But it's all good. But I was also gonna. Oh, what you? No, go ahead.
I gotta think of my favorite color, and he also has to think of his, so we can make our other people brand. Yeah. Have that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly. But I was gonna ask you. You was talking about working with other artists. Nah. Anyway.
Something's wrong with him.
Well, I'm watching Tom, so I did have some questions I was trying to roll through, like, but we was talking about like working with other artists, and I've worked with a good amount of artists and shit like throughout my time of making music, and I was just wondering like if anybody's on the same page with me, like what is like your number one pet peeve with working with like an artist?
Man, an artist that won't come to the studio with me.
There you go. Yeah.
I'll be honest, like for me personally. I didn't start like when everybody started. Like people started making music when YouTube Beats was out and like you can just record your verse, send it off. Like I didn't start like that. Yeah. Everything I learned, I didn't even have internet when I started making music. My music was literally a MPC, and most people don't know what the fuck that is, but it's like a machine, a drum machine, where you got to make the whole thing. Like when I would make beats, my first beats, I had to play the hi-hat of the beat for 3 minutes straight, then play the kick for 3 minutes straight. Like I come from that era where like I didn't know shit about music, so I learned how to make music while being in the room. So I feel like music has a vibe, and it sounds different in different rooms. It sounds a lot more powerful in the studio when you're creating a song. So for me, like when I'm making records, I like to make records like right then and there, like in the moment. I don't like to sit on records or like have an idea and be like, I'm gonna put somebody on this. I don't make records like that because like it's in the moment. Music is in the moment, and it's a recording of a moment. Yep. And I feel like when you making records and stuff with artists, if they pull up on you and you get them in their raw form, you're gonna have a better performance.
Exactly. Yeah. No. I mean. Bro, even some of my best songs happened in like 20 minutes because it was just like that feeling. I caught that fucking feeling and like almost became an instrument to whatever was flowing through me.
And if you would have had somebody on that song with you that was in that moment with you, it would have escalated that even more. Especially you motivating, like being in the studio with them. Like that's how I am. Like all my records that became like my best records, like even the ones where I'm by myself, like where there is no features. Those are records I made in the studio by myself and vibed out to it, and boom, it came out. So like that's how I make records, and that's my process. And I think my biggest pet peeve is when people don't respect your process of how you make records. Yeah. Because if you want to work with somebody, you have to be open to their process.
Exactly.
Because that's what working is.
True. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's even with the skits, bro. Like, we have a skit with Yums coming out, and it was literally, I just whipped out the camera. I was like, what are we doing, man? You know what I mean? Like, let's come up with something. And I kind of had this premise already I had been sitting on of just like, I ain't gonna say it. Well, it'll be out by then. So it's him in a bush. He pops out a bush, and he's like, you want a battle? And Yums just starts like doing so. He's like, you popped out of a bush, da 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 da. But it has like sound effects, and it like zooms in on his face, like like every little bar that Yums hits, like and it's improv too, so nothing was written. So they were like real bars too. Word. So like even watching it back, you're like, damn, like he was hitting some bars on him, and it just ended up being pretty cool. So yeah, that's just how we do the skits, and even like our most viewed skit, I literally just pulled the camera out and was like, just say something. And he ended up just saying something stupid with some bowls in his hands. And it's just weird how it happens like that. And even like some of my most viewed songs, just like it was just some in the fly moment shit. And even if I had like a moment of self-doubt of just like, damn, I made this too quick. Like, because you can feel that way too. Just like, damn, I made that kind of too quick.
You ain't
like,
no fucking with it till it ain't the same song no more.
Or you listen to it too many times to where you're like, did I even put in my all into this? Or was this just like an in the moment shit? But once you get past that and you drop it and you actually like just listen to it, bro, it just,
Just think about the times we in where a record is not what it used to be. Like, we live in a faster paced time. Why would you not make a song in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
When there's so much content out there, if you think about this as a system, right, where you're competing with the world, you're competing with all the content out there, and you're trying to break through, the only way you're going to break through is by having a high level of content. If you look at the most biggest YouTube channels that's doing successful, they have the
Mr. Beast.
They have the most fucking videos.
Speaking of which,
he has every single day there's a video for you. You can go and watch his thing for 24 hours. Because you're competing with the ocean of information, and you think just one cup of water a day is gonna help.
Exactly.
You need it constantly, and that's the thing about people. I try to tell people this all the time. You're not gonna be successful doing things that are too hard for you. Yeah. You're gonna be successful mastering the easy things that come easy to you. Yeah. And that's just common sense. Michael Jordan, for some reason, people thought he wasn't a good basketball player when he first started. Yeah. And he had to prove people wrong. He ended up changing the game of basketball. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Because his way of playing was his way of playing. Yeah. So you can't really you can't try to fit or strong arm your way through this world. You have to find what works for you, because we all have a different purpose. Your struggles are your struggles for a reason. Yeah. And those create the things in your life that make it easier. That's why I can make so much music. I can sit back. I can talk about anything because I've been through so much. Exactly. Not everybody can do what I'm doing because they haven't had my struggles. Yeah. So that's why I say get into things that's easy. Honestly, like the past couple of weeks, I've been able to make a song in 10 minutes. Yeah. And I'm glad. My old me would have been like, damn, bro, that song was too quick. Yeah. But why do I make music for it? So I can listen to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would I want to just be sitting there for hours making it? No, I want to listen to it. I love music.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. I do that a lot too, bro. Like, even the structure of a song, because I be thinking, bro, like, the attention span of a song anymore is really little. So, like, a lot of my songs, that's why I had so many songs in my set, because a lot of them are like 1:30 to 2 minutes long. I usually do not go past 2 minutes 30, because it's like people stop listening after 2 minutes 30, if not before then. Or if they hardly ever go past that, to be honest. Like, if I'm listening to a 3-minute song, it starts to feel like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, next. But, and even some of my song structures, like I have a song I've been sitting on, and I've heard people, like I've showed people, and I'm open to feedback, bro. That doesn't mean I'm going to use it, you know what I mean? But I am open to listen to your honest things, and I've had homies, and these homies have came up with me like rapping the whole way, so they know what I am capable of, and I made a song and it starts off with like a hook, it goes into a verse, and then it goes into like 2 of the same hooks that was in the first. So it's like 3 hooks in a verse. Yeah. But the way I rap it and the way the beat changes, to me, it's like I think about performance and people will catch on to what I'm saying by that time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it grows and grows Absolutely. And grows. The verse is like kind of all over the place. So it's like they're just going to be sitting there listening to me rap that part. So I'm thinking like I want them singing along. So yeah, I'm going to use the same part right there, and right there. And it's going to be 1 minute and 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because it's like, at the end of the day, what's going to get clipped is the catchiest part of the song. So why would I spend 3 verses trying to like be the best rapper out here when it's like...
My bro used to pull his hair out because like my music would never have 3 verses in it. I remember my dad told me, he was like, yo, you need another verse. You need another verse. And I didn't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
And what I've learned was when you're dealing with music, it's based on feeling.
Yeah.
And how you feel, it shows.
Exactly.
So if you go into there, well, I gotta kill it, I gotta do a second verse, it comes off too forced. And people, by that time, they already skipped that verse. So you wasted time. What I've learned is like, and that's why you gotta follow your gut. Because I'm gonna be honest, I've been right about this shit this whole time. I can't write 2 verses to save my life.
That's how it gets like like I said, I get to 1 minute 32 minutes and I'm like, I'm done, bro. I got 2 hooks in a verse.
Exactly.
That's all I need, bro. And the hook's good as fuck. So like, and the verse is good as fuck too. But the hook is gonna be the catchy part every time because that is how to me. That's how you cook up a hit. You can structure it different. Like
Welcome to the future.
And you can try different shit.
We doing that now.
It's also like. Nah, like I know what a hit sounds like. You know what I mean? And I know what I sound like making a hit, and that's how I want it.
Fuck it being a hit, it's based on what you feel.
Well, yeah. Even how it goes, like one of my second lowest viewed songs, and like it's starting to grow now because like even with the performance and shit, you saw like how those people were fucking screaming that shit.
Yeah.
Because I repeated the hook so many times, and it finally got ingrained by that last one. That last time, I was like, I got him now. You know what I mean? So. Repetition's huge in making music and shit, and I don't know, bro. There's so many. It's so weird, like in North Carolina, and I'm not. Once again, there's no specific body that I'm talking about, but I know like back in the day, I tried to work with so many people that like I don't know. They almost judge you because it's like, bro, I'm just going off of what I feel, and you think you got to show up and kill the show when I'm just trying to. What's best for the song?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, me and my homie are making a project, and the only reason I'm making it with him is because when we're making music, it's what's best for the song, not and what do we feel. But we're not afraid to be like, bro, you need to retake that. I know you can kill that, or even like, you need to switch out that word because it ain't really making sense. You know what I mean? Just shit like that, because it's like, what is going to make that song feel, or make somebody feel while listening to that? You know what I mean? So... That's how I've been making music. This dude, bro, we was gonna announce it, bro. All right, well, Darren jumped in. We was gonna review these Feastables. I don't know if you've ever had these.
Nah.
I've never had them, but I picked them up. Darren just jumped into it. So, Mr. Beast, if you're listening to it, we gotta be honest. We can't kiss ass, okay? Not yet. We gotta all try them, bro. Here you go, bro.
Oh, I don't even eat cookies, bro.
Oh, okay. It's plant-based.
I feel you.
Okay.
I'm working on my physique, bro.
I feel you, bro.
You look very handsome.
Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah,
he said he looked handsome.
You look good as fuck, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I try my best. Y'all want to know something? A secret? I used to be 250 pounds.
How tall are you?
5'9".
5'9"? Shit, I'm 5'6". Wish I was that tall.
I'll tell you I'm about
Anyway, tell us the secret.
The secret, man, is our diet.
Oh,
my wife was fat as well.
Yeah,
she lost all that weight from her diet. I said, did you work out? Were you in the gym all the time? She's like, no, I just stopped eating.
Yeah.
And start eating smaller portions.
Right.
And I was like, damn, so skinny people are not skinny because they're skinny genetics. Mm-hmm. They're skinny because they have a habit of eating less. Mm-hmm. That's why you're skinny.
Exactly. These ain't bad. I'm not gonna lie.
What y'all think?
But nah, yeah. I used to be like, I've never been huge, bro. Like in school, I was always probably like between 125, 140, and then once I got into high school and kind of out of high school, I started drinking like a motherfucker. I probably got up to about 200. And let me tell you something. I'm not like I feel like you at 250, where you'd still have at least a little build, bro. I look like the alien off of fucking American Dad, bro.
Nah, bro. I was big, like funny big looking.
God,
like
bro,
I was a big dude, like my whole life.
Yeah,
my whole life I was big.
Okay.
I know how I feel, bro. Trust me.
Yeah.
If you listen to anybody, listen to Netty, because I did that shit on my own.
Yeah.
Like I went from 250 to 160.
Damn.
And that was because like the first thing I did, actually where it came from is it's weird to say, I was struggling with my life at that point, and I wasn't eating as much. Okay. Like my dad and us, we was going through a lot, and I was 19 years old at that time. Right around that time, like shit was just hard. I remember my dad being like, we ain't got much food, you gotta watch what you eat. So I had to eat like once a day, and I would make me an egg sandwich, and that would be all I ate, and then I had nothing else to do. So I'm like, damn, well I'm feeling like I'm losing weight. Let me start running and, increase this even more. And I started running and went from 1 mile to 2 miles to 6 miles a day. And I would run and I enjoyed it. I would listen to my favorite songs and just run and just visualize myself at a show, you know what I'm saying, rocking that shit.
Yeah.
And it becomes real. But that's how I got on my journey. Like, that's what motivated me. And honestly, like, I always looked at it like, why is all the best rappers always in the greatest shape?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember Lil Wayne, he walk around with his shirt off, you know what I'm saying? They in the best shape. I'm like, damn, I want to be in the best shape. I don't want to be this big dude, because I see myself being this way, but in reality, I wasn't. So I just worked towards until that reality caught up with me.
Yeah. That's even like me in the last like 2 years. I really started picking up working out, and I don't even go to the gym. I just work out either at the house or at work. Like, because I work in a factory, so in between doing whatever I gotta do, bro, I be push-ups, all that shit. You know what I mean? So, even in the last like year, bro, I've been able to grow some muscle, but I just can't get this chest up, bro. That's my problem.
Wide push-ups.
I try, bro. I try so
wide push-ups. I'm trying to tell you, and you gotta do them slow.
Okay.
And you gotta do diamonds.
Oh, I do diamonds, yeah.
Diamonds and wide push-ups. If you want to work this part of your which is the outer area of your pecs, you want to do beyond shoulder width. So you want to be here with it and come down lower. Yeah. So your chest, you can feel that flexing and bring it back slow. Yeah. So when you get into the negative, just stay there and then pull it up real slow. What you're doing is, because a lot of people, they do their exercises fast. And the reason they do it fast is because subconsciously they're going through that pain. They want to get through it quick. Yeah. But you don't build muscle that way. You actually lose fat, which loses muscle when you do it fast. And that's what a lot of skinny people do when they start doing push-ups. They go, 1, 2, 3. They doing like a fast. Do them slower. Yeah. And what you eat a little bit more.
Yeah, true, yeah.
You ever done an ice plunge?
No, I want to, though.
I want to too, but I feel like I'm going to bitch out. I ain't even go live,
I'll do that
bro.
shit. I'll do that shit.
I do it, but...
I do saunas every day. I'm in the saunas. I love saunas.
Besides working out, what kind of sport do you like the most?
I love basketball.
Basketball?
Yeah. That's my favorite sport.
Are you nice with it, bro?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I played football, but I wasn't nice at it.
Yeah. I was pretty good at wide receiver and shit, but I never really... I played soccer for a long time, but... I don't know, bro. I just ended up getting into shit that I probably shouldn't have and just got interested in that. You know what I mean? And then by then, I was like, fuck it, I'm rapping. You know what I mean?
That's how I started rapping. I was at football practice, and I remember my dad bought all the equipment we needed. And while I was at football practice, they told us we doing bear crawls. And I was like, fuck this.
I'm not doing this
and went to the crib and started making music.
Yeah.
But that was in school. To me, that was after school shit. So to me, it wasn't important to me. I was like, I need to do what I want to do.
Exactly. Yeah, me and this dude used to get in some shit after school, man. I remember this one time I got offered this fucking weird-ass deal. I don't even remember... I don't remember the record label at all, but I remember the phone call, and I remember everybody that was in that room with me, and I had it on speaker and shit, and this dude had contacted me, and he was basically like, hey, man, like, somebody sent me a couple of your songs that they said you was working on, and I was 16, bro, and he was basically like, if you send me in a demo, I can show it to some people, where you'll have the opportunity to make like $100, like, or $100,000 contract, and I was like... I chopped it up with him for a sec, and then I got out the phone, and it's a blessing because I'm glad I didn't do it. You know what I mean? Because they probably would have trapped me on some shit. I probably wouldn't even. I mean, I don't even like speculate on what would happen, but I just don't think it was the right move.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because
never take the first deal.
Yeah, and I also think about this like.
It's like never marry your first girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, bro. Exactly. But I remember all the homies kind of like, not him, of course, but like people that we was chilling with at the time just like always dogging me on it. And I was like, bro, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I'll just keep making music.
You can make that 100,000.
You know what I mean?
You can make that 100,000 and then your 100,000. You don't have to pay back.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm 16, bro. I don't know shit. You know what I mean? All I know is that I'm in front of a mic, like writing. That's all I know. Like y'all trying to offer crazy amounts of money for what? What y'all gonna do to me once I get it? You know what I mean? Like at that point,
they own you.
Yeah, but I remember that shit, and I was just like, damn, bro. It is kind of weird how that happens. Just like 16-year-olds getting offered deals like that, but. I mean, yeah, I was so stupid back then, bro. I was on drugs and all kinds of shit. I would have either killed myself or just blown the whole shit. I would have been like a little pump ass motherfucker. Like, I mean, not even to throw him under the bus, but just somebody broke as fuck, just like trying to hold on. You know what I mean? Just like, damn.
Things happen for a reason, man.
Yeah. But now I feel like I've had so much like you said, I've been through so much shit. I can make any genre of music, bro. Like, I feel like because I've lived with like 15, 16 different groups of people like throughout my life, to where it's like even that one song I performed, it was like an indie rock song.
Yeah.
Like, and that shit, I wrote that shit like 3 years ago in 2020, and it was about some real personal shit, but like I said, I felt it, and I was like, bro, fuck it, I don't care if this shit only has 70 views, like, this is some shit from my heart, like, and like I said, my dad passed away recently, so I had him on my mind that night, and I was like, bro, I'm performing this shit, like, so. And it also, I felt like it was a good build up for the last song, but you were in the crowd, bro. How was DGT, bro? How was you feeling? I was in the crowd most of the time too, but I was also running around trying to get shit prepared.
You set the fucking bar.
You really did, bro.
I appreciate that, bro. Well, like, you had the energy. You were the first person to walk out off the stage into the crowd and shit.
I just give it up. The bar. I give it up. I give it up to God. That little voice in my head, you know.
You did.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I just try my best, man. That's it.
You guys should do some shit with Shiloh.
Oh, that would be
fire.
It was dope, bro.
Do some shit with Shiloh. For sure.
I feel like that would be dope. I've already been talking to him. And I've been a fan of him for like at least a year now, and. Like I said, because most of my fans are out there in Sacramento, so I'll be touching base with him, Yums, everybody out there. So
I need to go out to Sac.
Me too. Yum said he wanted to throw me a show out there, like just for me next year. But
let's all go.
We should do a road trip documentary vlog. You know what I'm saying? That'd be beautiful, bro. Just taping everything, and then we start posting it once we come back.
That would be beautiful, bro. I'd be down.
I'll tag along. I'll be there.
But I really do think, bro, well, I feel like we're blessed with, like, the group of people that we're, like, at least we're starting to get together on some shit. You know what I mean? Because the last few years, I ain't gonna lie, I felt isolated. But I also felt like that helped me not give a fuck about what everybody thinks about my music. Like I said, I even, like, one thing I will say, I do need to stop kind of asking for feedback, but I also don't think it's a bad thing if I can self-consciously like be I don't really care about.
It's bad. I'll explain why.
Okay.
That's what stops you.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? No, not like who gives a fuck about you, but like who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
People don't give a fuck. So like why not drop the music? You get what I'm saying? Why not just put it out there? The feedback should be them watching it.
Yeah.
Should I? Because
voluntarily.
It's a reverse effect again. It's like why care if people don't like it or not? What if they don't like it? Yeah. Why care? Do you like it?
And see, the thing about it is, it's almost torture because I always end up dropping a song anyway. So it's almost like subconsciously just putting an insecurity in my head about something that I'm already gonna release.
It don't matter, man.
You know what I mean? So I get, you are right about that. But yeah, like even that How It Goes song, like I said, it took that night for me to realize like, oh, that's a heavy hit in that song. Like, well, I always knew it. Like listening to it when I made it, I was like, this is different. This is like a genre bend in that song. That's how I feel about it because I was like singing rock vocals as well as rapping on it. It's like an electronic ass beat. It's got like crowd interaction type moments in it, and Yeah, whenever I got some feedback from one of the homies, and he was like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, like, that's not what I'm used to hearing you make type shit, and like, I don't know if I'm really like rocking with this one. Like I said, I dropped it anyway, but ever since then, I kind of been in my head about that song. But once I performed it at DGT, I was like, yeah, I gotta keep performing this one, bro.
Bad news spreads faster than good news. So if you have a bad song, it's probably gonna be a bigger song, and it probably would sell the other songs that are good.
Yeah.
And then, but I didn't know you made that.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's why I do try to make as many like genres. I don't ever try to force it. Like if it's, I'm not gonna make some like weird like shit that it's just not a part of me. You know what I mean? Like I would never just start making like Mexican music. Like you know what I mean? Like the fucking cucaracha shit. Like, I would not just start making shit like that because it's not my culture. It's not me. It's not anything that I've ever been a part of other than like I got some Mexican homies. You know what I mean? And that's cool. But I wouldn't try to represent them in a song. You know what I mean? Because it's just not what I came up around. So yeah, I just try to stick it with that and just try to just be me, as well as be as creative as possible, and just like hope that people, I mean not really hope that people, because like I said, I drop it anyway, bro, but I need to quit the feedback. That's
you watch movies?
It depends on the movies.
You fuck with Quentin Tarantino films?
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan of them. I love them.
Yeah.
One thing he says, when I make my movies, I don't make movies with the intentions if other people like it. I make what I like and hope to God that this reaches the people that like what I like.
Yeah.
And it's weird how like the movies he make are so high controversial, and if you gave them the opportunity to give him permission to drop them, they would say don't.
Yeah.
Don't drop Pulp Fiction. Don't drop Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Don't drop Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Don't drop Django. That's racist.
Yeah.
But he don't give a fuck because he knows deep down inside, he's doing what he loves. And what I've learned about music and me, we already love music, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to make music for people because you love music.
Yeah.
Just make what you fucking love. And guess what? There are people out there that love what you love.
Oh, yeah.
And it's examples, like, even my own life. Like, I didn't know y'all would fuck with that shit. Honestly, I'm just picking what I fuck with the most. And you guys tend to fuck with it, and it shows. You get what I'm saying? Because I enjoy it. And what I've learned about people is people tend to be the type of people where, like, if you like something, they love it. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you genuinely like it, like this, you genuinely are into this. Like, let's say, better yet, a relationship. You really love this fucking girl. Your homeboy know how you feel about this girl. Eventually, he's gonna love that you're with that girl. He's gonna be like, bro, that's your girl. If y'all go through problems, he's not gonna be like, leave her. More than likely, if your real friend, he's gonna be like, bro, you love that girl, man. Stop. You ain't gonna be in your right mind if you leave her, bro. Just stop. That's a real friend because they know that's how people work. We don't do things with the intentions that make other people like it. And once you do that, people tend not to.
Exactly, yeah.
That's why these big blockbuster hits, usually they spend millions of dollars and then they lose money because they force it onto the people, and then people don't even fuck with it because they didn't even fuck with it. Yeah. They were just doing things that they thought would work, and it didn't work.
And that's why even with this podcast, like, bro, we're not afraid to talk about, like, controversial shit. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that's a part of real life. Like, controversial shit happens every day. Yeah. There's some podcasts that, like, as soon as something's brought up, they're like, nah, like... And
guess what? That usually is the reason why you know about the podcast.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like, if something crazy happened. Like, I was just talking about my manager today, and he was like, yeah, man, I think we should just, like, try to build it this way. And I'm like, bro, you listen to the Bible, right? You know the Bible? He was like, yeah. I was like, what is the Bible about? He just started spewing about all these other stories. I said, no, dude, the Bible is not about that. The Bible is about why Jesus died for your sins.
Yeah.
Like, and then the Bible talks about other people's sins to come back to Jesus again. Why do you think his words are in red? Yeah. The Bible is about Jesus getting killed. Yeah. Ultimately, if he doesn't die, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He has to be. Jesus has to be murdered.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Damn, I thought about that too recently. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But we just,
God forbid. Because I know one day something will happen to me. But God forbid, something happens to me, right? I'm slaughtered. The words that's coming out of my mouth are going to be valued then. Right now, they don't mean nothing. Because we're still living in the moment of it.
Yeah.
When Netty ceased to exist on Earth, these words will carry on to the new generations of people that are trying to do what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
This is not about the important message. It's about why they got the message.
Yeah.
People tend to get the message through bad shit.
Yeah.
And what I've learned is every great story has a bad fucking ending.
Exactly, yeah.
The movies that you watch that end happy, you tend to forget about them. But the movies that end with bad shit, you tend to remember them because that's how the brain works. We don't focus on positives. We focus on negatives because the positives aren't important. They can't kill you. Yeah. It's the negatives that can hurt you.
Or even like music, the most powerful songs are talking about like wanting to die and like how, you know, how rough life is and this, that, and the third. Nobody wants to listen to happy music. Even I've heard Tyler, the creator, say that in an interview. He was like, bro, I'm just in a happy state like in my life. He's like, people saying I'm falling off, they're just not listening to the music because like I'm not rapping about dark shit anymore. Like,
but why do you think artists do? Like what you got to realize is that we as artists, we sabotage ourselves to have something to write about.
Exactly. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like I used to cheat on my ex-girlfriend so I can rap about it.
Exactly.
Not saying like that was what I was doing, but subconsciously I was doing that because like why would you do that? And why would you want to talk about that? Because you know what? People don't learn from success. They learn from your failures. People don't focus on your success because once you're already successful, who gives a fuck? Yeah. We want to know what's going on, the nitty gritty. If you ever watch a movie about somebody's life, right? Yeah. You don't care about the point that when they make it. It's the beginning stages that remind you of yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
When they're coming up. When you watch 8 Mile, you don't care about the last battle. You care about him battling people at work. You care about when he was choking on stage or when he was fighting or when his girlfriend cheated on him. Yeah. Those are things we can pull from and be like, damn, that could happen to me. Yeah. Not the winning part. The winning part is inevitable. We all are going to win. I just told you we all important. We all are going to win. So like people don't focus on that part. But most people that want to be successful, they push that agenda and not realize that the only way that people care about that is if you actually got out of that place. And it works in the same way reverse. Yeah, exactly. If you talk about the struggle, who gives a fuck if you're not winning? Yeah. If you talk about getting money, who gives a fuck if you ain't got it? Yeah, exactly. So you need both. You need the yin and the yang in life. It's just like a relationship. If you don't fucking, I don't know about you guys, but if you don't fucking argue in your relationship, chances are that woman's going to leave you for somebody that will. Oh, yeah, exactly. You get what I'm saying? Because they want to feel heard. They want to feel felt. They want to feel something. Yeah. But most people run from feelings because they don't want to feel. And what people are afraid to even really look at life and say it, but it's the truth. Like, you're not here to run from feelings. You're here to feel some shit. That's why you're experiencing this.
And that's why even, like, with drugs, bro, like, when I first started doing drugs, I was doing, like, mind-numbing drugs, Xanax,
but drinking all the time. That's still a feeling, though.
It is,
being numb is a feeling.
It is. I mean, it is, but not being able to remember anything is kind of like, because, like, I was just trying to bleep everything out. So, like, it was pretty much, like, there was a span of time where it was, like, I was just in and out. Just like barely having memory of anything, right? Because Xanax will wipe your memory out of everything. And then at some point, I kind of turned into like, nah, like let me fuck with these psychedelics to kind of actually think, like, because yeah, I went too deep down that route. But yeah, I don't know. And it all ended up coming down to like, it's all me in my head. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need any of these drugs. And that's why I am grateful for psychedelics, because that showed me, like, straight up, one of the last trips I had, I was like, I don't need this shit. This is all in my head, bro. Like, and maybe I can't see all the trippy shit that comes with it, but it's all here. I don't need to keep coming back to this fucking place.
It's already here.
Yeah, I don't need to keep coming back to this
The world is already crazy, exactly. Bro. The truth is more stranger than fiction.
Exactly.
When you realize that shit, then you start to understand and appreciate life. Like, oh man, I was sleeping on you. Yeah. You was sleeping on life. Like, shit really is strange out here. Like how things work.
Damn, that might be the name of this. The truth is stranger than fiction. That's a pretty good name. Damn, bro, I feel like we just been going. What's going on, bro?
I'm consuming.
Yeah, he's got a lot of wisdom, man.
I'm consuming.
That's why I wanted you on here. I knew you'd have a lot of wisdom about some stuff, so.
I'm a lot older than I look. I know I look 20, but yeah, I'm almost 30.
Yeah. I'm 26. I think you're also 26, right? Yeah, we're both 26, so. Yeah, we're getting up there, man. Mm-hmm. But hey,
it's a blessing.
Yeah, it is. It really is, bro, because I never even thought I'd make it past like 18.
Yeah, I never want to go back to being a kid again.
Oh,
I don't know about you guys.
Nah.
I hate when people say, I want to go back. What? It's getting better, not getting worse.
Yeah, fuck that. Like,
Would you want to go back to 2008 where there was MySpace and no fucking YouTube channels and shit sucked? And guess what? Let's go even further back than that, where there was no fucking internet, where shit was boring as shit, where you couldn't just order a t-shirt online and get it tomorrow, where there wasn't no Amazon. No, I don't want to go back to that.
Exactly.
I want to keep going to the future with this shit.
Yep. Everybody's just autistic and they hate change, bro.
Yeah, man. What they really saying is they are afraid to move forward because the things in the past is when they were not forced to move forward.
Oh,
but now that they're in the present, they have to see that, damn, things aren't the same. And that's what they hate about it.
Yeah.
And guess what? Nothing is the same. When you was born and whatever date you was born, I'm sure there were people like, I hate 1998. This shit right here sucks. I can't wait. I remember when 1970, you see, it keeps going, bro. The 1950, I hate 1950. I wish it was 1925 again. Like, it keeps going, you know? So, like some people like just don't move forward in life because they have nothing to look forward to.
Well, Bruce Lee said, "Be like water." You know what I mean? And I have a lyric that says, "Be like water, don't be the container, because the container will break." You know what I mean? Every time, if you're a glass cup, instead of being the water, you're gonna break. Mm-hmm. So if you're stuck in your ways in that solitary fucking formation, instead of being water, then you're not gonna be with the group. You're gonna be back. Man. Yeah.
Even rocks break down.
Exactly. But damn, I don't even know how long we've been going, but this has been a good conversation, man.
Yes, sir.
But
by the way, I got an album coming out August 11th. Might Need Help Too. That's gonna be the second to the first project, Might Need Help. So if you guys want to go ahead and look me up, it's Netty Parker, Netty Parker. Might Need Help, and Might Need Help 2 will be dropping August 11th. So by the time this drop, the album will be out.
And let me tell you something, bro. If you've never been to a Netty Parker performance, bro, you need to go, because I was like 5 slots behind you and I was stressing, bro, because I was like, how the fuck am I gonna... I ain't even following up, bro. And I'm like, damn, how the fuck am I gonna...
I'm sorry about that.
And it was like a movie.
And you got a good heart, because, you know, a lot of people would have seen that and been like, man, fuck that dude. But you didn't do that.
Bro. I love it, bro. I love it, because if anything, that made me go harder, bro.
Exactly. You have a good heart. Yeah. Good heart people do that. Exactly. They go harder. They don't fucking complain.
And I didn't do a sound. I don't know if you did. I didn't do a sound check the day before, so I was like, I hadn't even seen the venue, bro. And like right beforehand, I was going to rehearse. Fucking Yums came up. It felt like a movie, bro.
Can I tell you why this shit was like that though?
Why?
Because nobody in there knows why that happened. That was the first place I ever performed at when I was 16.
Oh, okay.
My first ever show was in that building on that stage. And I never jumped off the stage.
Damn.
So I was just going back in the past, like, what did you do that you could do now if you can go back in that time to... Like, you ever have those thoughts where you're like, man, if I could just go back, I would have done this and that. Like, that was my opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That's why things happen like that.
It was beautiful, bro.
Thank you.
Like I had to sit in the crowd for that one, because I knew, bro. Because like I said, I've been following you for a while. Like I feel like we've both been kind of following each other mutually on Instagram and shit for a while. And I just knew, dude. I just knew as soon as I heard that fucking Mama come on, bro. I was like, yeah, he about to light it up, bro. And you started from the back. I thought that was unique. Yeah, you killed that shit.
Yeah, you fucking did. I remember. I think I walked up to the car for some shit, and I walked back in, and I was like, I saw him backstage, see a performer, and I just sat back down, and then I saw you walk out from the back to the stage, and I was like, God damn.
I'm a performer, man. It is what it is, man. Now it's time to level this up, man. Show the people what it's really about.
Yeah. That was my 4th performance, so I'm trying to get out there, bro. I'm trying to get better. Like I said, I want some time in that shit, like you, more theatrical. Because, like, I was out there rapping and shit, but that's what I felt like I was just doing. Like, just rapping and hoping for a reaction. I want to just give them a viewing point to where it's like, oh, shit. You know? Because, like, bro, when you did that gunshot, like, fall over thing, I was at a point in the crowd where, like, your whole body disappeared. Like, when you hit, you just disappeared from the frame, bro. So, like, theatrically, I was just like, oh, shit.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, it looked really good, bro. But we thank you for coming on, bro.
Yes,
I think
sir.
we're about to hit like an hour. I'm not too sure, but just in case, if you have anything else you want to promote, bro, you can go ahead and
make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. That is my landing page. So if you guys want to support the boy, if you like what y'all was hearing and you're more interested in seeing what I do, go ahead and look for me at Internet Records. And that is INTERNETT Records. And that's Internet Records on YouTube, so subscribe to that. And if you're looking for me on social media, it's Who Is Netty, at Who Is Netty, NETTY.
Well, there you have it. And go subscribe to the Other People Podcast channel and go hit that bell. Darren, I'm sorry you've been kind of silent and just...
I'm having a great time.
Yep.
I mean, it was a good conversation, you know what I mean?
But I didn't mean to get serious, because people say I'm a serious person. I don't know how, but... You know, I just feel like I live life deep. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I go through pain, I learn the most from it. Because, like, I don't just live on the surface of my pain. I go all the way into my pain and know the root of the problems.
But that's good, though, bro. Self-awareness is good.
Yeah.
So keep doing you, bro. Keep
Absolutely.
doing that anywhere you go, because that's what attracted me to even want you. I mean, I've been wanting you on the podcast, but definitely hearing you speak and being able to just be like, what's he really like? And, like, hearing you voice out your heart to the whole group, bro. That's why I immediately, as soon as everybody kind of started chopping it up, I was like, bro, I got a podcast. I want your voice to be heard, and I want people to hear what you got to say. So, like I said, you're always welcome to come back.
Absolutely.
If you ever got something to promote, or you just want to come fucking chill, and we'll kick it, bro.
I'm with it.
But so, Darren, are you signing off? Sign us off, bro. At least sign us off.
Bye.
Internet.